All right, what's up, Utes fans? This is Joseph back with Utah Utes Football Digest. Quite an exciting week last week. We had a couple time commitments. We've heard a lot of buzz at a training camp, a lot going on that you're really excited about. First thing I wanted to touch on is this guy right here. So Mack Howard, 6'2", 185 pounds, the number 13 quarterback back in the country. Excuse me, the number 3 quarterback in Mississippi. So big time player we got here for us, guys. A guy that can be a real dynamic weapon. And let's see if we can pull up some highlights here for you. If you guys watch the video here on the YouTube page, you'll know that Mack Howard is a big time playmaker. A guy that really good mobility in the pocket, a guy can launch the ball on the run, send it flying downfield, and really make plays no matter what he's doing. Okay. Lanky boy 1. All right, cool, man. Big fan. Go Utes. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. C.A. Massaro. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Glad you're at the show. And with that, as you guys do come in, make sure you like the video, get out some more Utes fans. And if you guys really make sure you subscribe to the page. Always love having you guys and love the discussion. Make sure if you guys have any questions that you post them in the chat here. I'm gonna mute this, but we're gonna take a look at Mack Howard. Big time playmaker, guys. I have a job at Utah now. Very cool. Well, with that, if you guys are, if you guys are in the chat, make sure you drop questions you have. I'd love to hear them. Very, very thank you, boy. He works for Utah Guest Services. That's awesome. Maybe you could us a discount on some tickets to some games next year. All right, and with that, let's take a look at Mack Howard here. Kind of a delay on the screen for you guys. I actually have highlights playing on my end, but for some reason they're not popping up on the stream. But anyways, whether they're popping up or not, you guys can know that Mack Howard is a big time player. Howard is a guy that one of the most sought after quarterback prospects in the country. Right? Top 13 guy, time player. I got it. It's going to be a big get for Utah. I mean, you think about what this quarterback room has become since the beginning, right? You remember back okay. All right, let me share the screen again. Okay. So if you guys remember correctly, back, just a year or two ago, we had a few high-end transfers like a Jaquindon Jackson. We had a guy like Rising. They were pretty high-end transfers. We also had the quarterback. His name's Pete Castelli. He was a pretty high-end transfer recruit as well. But it feels like for the first time we're really getting very high-end freshmen recruits that are coming in here. Fresh blood. We're gonna groom into our program and really make it great. Mack Howard's just the first example of this. If you guys aren't already aware, Mack Howard is a beast, guys. This guy is very athletic. He has the ability to roll out, make really difficult throws, to run, bum the ball downfield. And seeing some of his runs here, it's gonna have a lag since it's on the live stream, but either way, it'll be fun to watch. Howard is a guy that can really, just sling it all over the field. He's a beast. Check out the arm, guys. But more than just being a beast and a guy that really may make plays with his arm, he really is a good runner. There's not too many highlights of him, but when he decides to run, super big time runner. All right, let's post a question while we talk about Mack Howard. All right. What do you guys think? Should Mack Howard be a 5-star QB? I guess we're going to see. Obviously, he still has a senior season to play. I think you guys saw the running ability there. we're talking about an elite athlete, just a monster in Mack Howard, a guy that really makes plays and where you catch him on the field. I was incredibly impressed. I had Mack Howard was going to visiting, and I had looked into him a little because it seemed kind of hyped. And one thing I noticed when I was checking out Howard is that the Utah visit was his pinned tweet, his Twitter profile. If you guys know anything about that, you'll know the pinned tweet. If they pin that tweet, he's coming to visit Utah. It's kind of a big deal. I wasn't sure if he did it with every team, or what was going on there. Lanky boy, can I ask why the feedback is repeating right now? Not sure what you're talking about. Are you guys all getting feedback? Try some. I am not sure. You guys still getting the feedback here or what? Here, let me see on my end. Let me see. Are we getting some feedback back here? Is it the video or is my voice giving us feedback? Let me know. Larry posted will end up to be a 5-star key after his senior year. I disagree with it. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of lag. I'm not sure what that is. Is it sounding any better now? Oh. All right, well, I'm going to keep pushing through it. It could be not sure what that is, but yeah, sorry, Larry. I'm not sure why that could be. If you guys have any suggestions, drop in the chat there. I'm not sure why we're getting feedback there. Huh. I'm hardwired in. It's weird that it would be live. All right. Well, while I try to find these audio issues here, you guys are just tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video so we can get some more Utes fans. Hopefully, we get the audio issues figured out before we get a lot of people in here. But on that note, guys, let me know if the audio improves. I'm not sure why it would be doing that. I got the hardwire in it. Huh. Yeah, it sounds like it's still kind of rough. Let me see. All right, well, if it's all right, I'm just keep powering through. If it gets really bad or if it stays really bad, let me know within the next 5 minutes, and maybe I'll try doing something. But let's just keep pushing through now. With that, guys, maybe I can. Oh, you know what it could be? Maybe it's video. If I stop the video, is it any better? Now that it's not playing the video in the background, are we getting better? The audio and getting better now? Is the audio through a little better now, guys? All right. Well, I am just gonna keep pushing through. Let me know if we're still having audio issues. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, Mack had a big time player for the Utes. We all should be really excited about that we're getting here. We need to figure out who's going to take the reins once Rising goes. I think there's a really good shot that Rising could be still echoing. I am not sure to do, guys. Let me take a look. Let me see if there's anything in the settings here. Any better now? Will Jensen in the chat here says, "Hey, just subscribe. We finally have a Utah footballer YouTube." Yeah. But thanks for being here, Will. I'm glad you like it, man. Glad to have you. I just messed with it a little bit. Did that do anything, guys? You guys hearing anything there with that still? Sorry, I'm not sure why it would even be. I've got the same up I always have. So weird that it would be echoing at all. So All right, guys. Well, Brent, thanks for being in the chat. Wish it wasn't to say it's still echoing. I wish that was not happening, but you can't control. I'm not sure what to do there. Everything's repeating. I don't even know why that would be, guys. I'm trying to figure that out. What about now? Any luck with that? Huh, I'm really not sure why it's doing that, guys. It's annoying. I'm not sure what's going on there. Uh, Maybe I'll hold on a second. Let me try something. Can you guys hear me a little better now? Let's try to unplug and plugging back in my mic. Did that help at all? I know. I tried listening on my phone. I don't know why it's doing that, guys. I am not sure what's going on here. Sorry. This is the first. Usually we haven't really had any issues. Is it sounding a little better? Is it sounding better now, guys? Let's try to reset. Oh, thank God. All right. Hey, you can't say thank God on the team down south channel. So we got Utah Utes channel, so I could say that. All right, there we go. Good stuff, guys. Back in action. Let me know if the problems persist. Hopefully, that is the solution for us here. All right, but anyways, guys, big week of recruiting. If you guys are following the channel and following, or aren't living under a rock, the Utes were racking up some big news. Mallard for me in the headliner, but there's also Clayton Isbell, who's arguably just as big. So you got to consider there's a lot of great guys that are coming into the Utah family. With that, still bad, huh? I tried switching to my other internet. Is it any luck now, Larry? Much better. So some of you guys are telling me it's good, and some guys are telling me it's bad. Not sure what to do there. I've got something we can try here. You think it's the mic then? I've actually. Oh, you know what? Let me some guys. Hey, is it any better now? Is that? Am I echoing it all more? You guys let me know. All right, I'm gonna start talking. You gotta let me know if I'm still echoing. I think I might have figured it out, but maybe now. We'll see. With that, guys, like I said, Mack Howard, it was a big deal for us this week. But another big one for us last week was Clayton Isbell. Clayton Isbell, big time recruit, or not recruit, but player. Still echoing, huh? All right, let's try something. All right. Can you guys hear me a little better now? How's it coming through on these? I'm sure the audio is not the greatest, but is it still echoing for you? All right, well, I'm gonna push through here, and you guys just let me know if you're still getting the echo. Um, with that go, guys. So, like I was saying, one big thing that we were able to do was pick up safety Clayton Isbell. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting. Maybe it's a problem with my mic. Honestly, that mic has kind of been crap since I bought it. It's probably a good idea to get a better mic. Maybe pick up a new one. Um, but anyways, guys, I think a big thing for us is gonna be okay. All right, guys. Hopefully we just push through. Hopefully that's the end of that, and that was kind of annoying, but I think we're on to greener pastures now. So let's take a look here. So Clayton Isbell, I'm pulling up his Twitter for you guys right now. He's a transfer that we just picked up out of Illinois State University. Looks great. If you guys watched the tape on the channel, I'm sure you guys were excited just like I was. Where is his film? He had his film here before. Oh, here we go. I'll put this up for you guys so we can check out his film. You know, if you guys didn't see this news last week, obviously safety has been a big worry for this team. This guy's a big physical corner. I mean, a safety. You know, when Brent says, when is Isbell coming? Great question. I'm not sure exactly when he'll be arriving here, but I can tell you when he comes and he hits the field, you're gonna know. These are cool coverage plays. I think he could be a little more desirable in coverage, like he's solid in coverage, but wait till you see these run stopping highlights, guys. He is a I know it's lagged. It's always going to be lagged when there's video on the screen, but um, he is a beast, guys. I'm going to put this question on the screen for you guys. So, is Clayton Isbell a starter day one? I don't think it's for sure a yes that Clayton's going to be a starter day one, but it would not surprise me at all, right? He looks really damn good. All right, and Larry says Mack is future NFL. Clayton is an All-American FCS. He looks super. Hubert got burned a lot when he played, as I recall. Maybe he's fixed his issues, but Clayton looked great. Yeah, I gotta say, I think Clayton Isbell, there is going to be competition. It's not like that safety room is just awful, but I'm going to be straight. When I look at this tape and I see him getting in the backfields, you know, lining up in the box and cracking dudes at the line, I think it's hard to imagine how the Utes wouldn't at least find a way to get him on the field, right? And if you guys are just jumping in, make sure you guys like the video. It gets it out to more Utes fans. Love having you here. Love how many people are in the chat. I think we've got the audio issues fixed. And from now on, I'll just use these until I get a nicer mic. So make sure you guys like the video and join the chat, guys. It'll be a lot of fun. Is Clayton Isbell a starter day one? I think the only thing that would prevent him from being a day one starter is if his coverage ability doesn't immediately translate, right? But realistically, I think his coverage ability will be okay, right? It probably won't be great, but it'll be good enough to get by. And then he's going to be able to use his ability as a run stopper to get on the field all the damn time. It looks like a lot of you guys are thinking Howard's NFL level guy, huh? Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you guys, Lanky. I think Howard could definitely be an NFL guy. I think the one thing, like his arm was great, but like I said, the thing that really stood out to me with Mack is that he really could like run the ball. I was shocked. I mean, he looked like he had 4.5-ish type of speed. I mean, he was pretty damn fast. You don't know who he's playing against, but it looked fast to me. All right, Will, he looks like a very versatile player. We could use him on the blitz too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, Will. I'm telling you, like at worst case, Clayton Isbell is going to be a blitz like a third and short, fourth and goal type of guy that can, I remember the other day we talked about Justin Medlock being like a big nickel type of guy. This is a big nickel type of guy, a guy that can cover a little bit, but just lay the wood if the offensive plays try to go his way. Yep. Yeah, we do. And I think it's going to be great. Right? I think he'll be not just a guy that, I don't know if Clayton Isbell is going to be a guy that just shines, but who knows, right? We had a guy like Tavion Thomas who looked solid at the FCS level, but this really took the next step, right? With a guy like Clayton Isbell. I didn't see Thomas making this kind of impact last year, but with Isbell coming in, I think he's going to make a lot of impact right away. All right, guys, and now I'm going to pull up some of the events from the week. So a lot happened this past week or so with the football program and the spring practices. A lot of exciting news going on. A lot to look forward to. So let's take a look at some of the articles that came out last week that we can kind of dissect. All right, let's get this screen off. Bam. And as you guys are in here, make sure you guys like the video. It gets it out to more Utes fans, and we can grow the discussion, right? The more you guys we get in here, the better. I see a lot of first-time faces, and I love it, guys. Thanks for jumping into the chat. And any questions, guys, drop them in the chat. More than happy to answer them. More than happy to talk about some Utes football. So check out this article. It's by Michelle Bodkin. Utah football is no longer just defense. Running backs. This says as tight ends. I think it means running backs and tight ends. I think that's what she meant to say, but have emerged as a power position, right? When you think Utah football, stingy defense instantly comes to mind. And I definitely agree with that sentiment, right? I think when we look back a couple of years ago, when we made that Pac-12 championship run, we were number 5 in the country, and then Oregon kind of embarrassed us a little bit. It was defense that made that run, right? We were a really good defensive team with a solid offense, a really good run game. But then what happened? Oh, let me put a question on the screen here while I talk about this article. Best position. All right. What is Utah's best position group, guys? Tight end or running back? Boom. All right. So Evan, thanks for joining the chat, man. Good to have you here. I think that is the first time I've seen you hop in. But glad to have you, man. Who is wide receiver 1 next year? All the rumors that I'm hearing, guys, it's Devon Vele. That's what I'm hearing. That's the hype right now. Devon Vele looks supposedly really good. He shined big time a few times last year. Definitely a guy that could take that next step. I think Devon Vele looked real solid at times last year, but never great. Great plays, but never a great player consistently throughout games, right? So my guess with Vele, if he takes another step, he becomes a very good player, right? I don't know if he'll be elite next year, but the guy that looks like the wide receiver 1 for now. But let's also be clear, guys. Do not put it past Utah to go grab a solid wide receiver from the transfer portal. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm also not going to say it's unlikely, right? I think a really good wide receiver from the transfer portal, imagine what that makes our team look like. If we could get one like real solid, like a guy that's a proven playmaker, it's like, come on to Utah, come be a part of a really good offense that you just need to be the guy and show what you can do. And we're going to highlight you as a pro level player, right? Think about that offense. A transfer portal, really good wide receiver, Devon Vele and Solomon Enos all taking turns at the wide receiver. Imagine what that wide receiver core becomes. And then, boom, what's that one receiver we picked up who people were comparing to recovery? Well, you're referring to Ryan Peppins, I believe. I know I Obviously, I don't want to compare anyone to Britton Covey because he could be. Britton Covey was a special player, but I really liked Ryan Pepins, and that's who he remind me of. But maybe he won't have like the toughness of Britton Covey right away and the ability to kind of make things out of nowhere like Britton Covey. But he's faster than Britton Covey for sure. He's legit fast. You can pull up any tape of Ryan Pepins on his highlights. He is the fastest player on the field. I am shocked he was a 3-star recruit. He looks really good, and I think he's going to be an impact player. I've heard rumblings about him, but I'll talk about a freshman I've heard a lot of rumblings about in a little while here. Um, let's see. Evan, what freshman are you most excited for? You know, Evan, I'm going to chat about that here in a little bit. There are a couple freshmen, one in particular that I'm really excited for. Ryan Pepins is definitely on that list. Everybody that tunes into these live chats every week knows Ryan Pepins is high on my list. I think he's really good. I put the question on the screen here. What is Utah's best position group, tight end or running back? Jake, hey Jake, love having you here, man. It's been a minute since I saw you at the live chat, so good to have you, man. Tight end, Larry says tight end. Boom, everyone's just dropping tight end, right? That seems to be the consensus. Robert, I think this is the first time I've seen you hop into the chat here, so glad to have you, man. Do we have a Covey replacement for kick returns? Guys, that's one of the things Ryan Pepins was really good at in high school. I really would not be surprised to see Ryan Pepins be the returner right away. I don't know for sure that that's the plan, but it would not surprise me at all. He is a very deadly weapon and has that type of speed where he can just take it to the house on any given play. So could be. Yeah, Jake, the tight ends we have are much more elite than the wide receivers. I don't even think that's a question. Heck of a tight end room we got. One of the best in the country, if not just solidly the best in the country. All right. Will Covey for sure had a really good football IQ and his shiftiness is irreplaceable. Yeah, exactly, guys. I don't want to downplay what Covey had. I'm not saying Ryan Pepins is going to be as valuable as Covey, but I think there's a chance Ryan Pepins could be really, really deadly and possibly more valuable down the line. It's all about how they use him, right? All about how they're going to use him. Coach Anderson. Hey, Coach Anderson. It's both. Running back core could be equal with the tight ends. I agree. The tight ends are great too. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I think this is a fair way to describe it. I think our tight end rooms are really well balanced, right? Lots of good tight ends in a room. And not that our running back rooms aren't balanced, but I feel like for a few years now, we've consistently had like one really good player at running back, right? Tight ends, we usually have a group of very good guys, but there's no one that would be in like that elite conversation. You think about it, we had, Tavion Thomas, Zach Moss, two like really solid, 3-down type of backs that can lead the charge. Boom. I was not aware of that. Evan, you said, what are your thoughts of moving Bernard to the slot and giving Glover and Tavion the time to shine? Is that just an idea of yours, Evan, or is that something that's been brought out there? I have not heard of this, but maybe that's a thing. My thoughts are, I think any way you can get Bernard on the field. Bernard's really good. Bernard's a very talented player. I mean, we're going to have a really good running back room once again this year. As much as I really like Jalen Glover, I'd be careful saying that we're going to just give him Bernard's spot. Don't forget, Evan, Bernard is really good. Like, don't forget that BYU game, guys. I remember coming off that BYU game. If you guys remember, it was before the injury Bernard had, but he was looking spicy, dude. He was tearing up that BYU defense, and he was making up for the inept ability of Charlie Brewer to move this offense, and looked great. So I wouldn't just say like Glover and Tavion are going to shine and Bernard's the odd man out. And then I think there's a really good chance Bernard takes another step this next year. Will, Bernard did play cornerback in the Rose Bowl, but I don't know if he's good enough for a starting role on defense. Yeah. I don't think Evan meant slot corner. Well, I think he's talking about slot receiver. Okay. But and we are running more 12 personnel as well. Yeah, so we're gonna run 12 personnel, lots of 2 tight ends. We're gonna see a lot of that. If you guys are just tuning in, or if you've been watching for a little while, make sure you guys like the video. It gets the video out to even more Utes fans, and it really means a lot to the channel. Lets me know you guys appreciate my videos, and if you're really liking it and you're not already subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun. I'm always posting videos. Every time we get a new recruit, we're dropping a recruiting video. Really, anytime something happens, and throughout the entire season, guys, we're going to break down every game before the game, and then we're going to do a recap every game after the game. If you guys weren't a part of this last year, you guys are missing out. We had a lot of fun. We break down all the PFF grades, and I really think the insight will give you a valuable look at, kind of the matchup each week, and, maybe you can get some insight on your friends with the PFF grades that they wouldn't think someone would do well that you'll know about. I was like, does he really want? No, I think, yeah, he meant Bernard playing slot wide receiver. All right, but with that, guys, let's go ahead and talk about another topic here. So, this is one that's pretty cool. So, all right. Landon Morris. Okay. If you guys remember Landon Morris, he was the transfer from Syracuse. So a player that looked really good, right, guys? A player that looked like, very solid. Let's check him out here. So Landon Morris contribute at tight end. Okay. So you guys see the question on the screen right now. Will Landon Morris contribute at tight end? Now, Landon Morris is a guy that really could be a dark horse to be a contributor in this tight end room. Guy, when I made the recruiting video on him, there wasn't a lot of like tight end type of film. I'm pretty sure he was playing receiver and is being transitioned to a tight end, but there's a lot to like with Landon Morris, a guy, a super versatile guy, a guy that can really be a receiving weapon. If you guys get a chance, make sure you watch some of the tape on this guy. Big time player, a guy that, if a linebacker's matched up against him, good night. No way a linebacker's covering this guy. Like it was just mainly practice film from Syracuse from this past year, but damn, he looked good, right? So Bernard's catch in the Rose Bowl is one of the best touchdown catches I've ever seen. Plus, he runs so fast through the defense at running back. Oh yeah, trust me, Massaro. I'm not sure what you go by, CA Massaro, whatever's best, but yeah, if you guys are doubting Bernard, it's a mistake. Bernard is really good, guys. There was a time where Tavion Thomas last year was the odd man out, and Bernard was the leading guy. Trust me, Tavion Thomas is the leading guy now, but do not think that Glover has the upper hand over Bernard. I'd say, if anything, it's the opposite or they're equal. So we'll see. I thought he was wide receiver. Caden, are you talking about Landon Morris? Please chime in the chat so I can know. Larry is a Drake London and will be a wide receiver. Okay, I think I'm not sure what the info you guys are getting is. I've heard he's transitioning to tight end, but trust me, I would love him to play receiver as well. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. So, boom, Evan, I would like to see it happen, but it's just my opinion. Bernard definitely has the hands and speed for it. Yeah, absolutely. Trust me, I think Bernard could play roles in the slot. I just think it's to think that they're going to move him there because he won't get enough reps of running back. It isn't right. Like Bernard is going to be, a big time contributor to running back. Maybe that'll be more in the dump off pass game. If you guys remember last year, one of Bernard's sweet spots were those little play action dump offs. If you guys remember that, it was all day. It was like anytime you hit him with a little play action dump off, he would take it for 5 to 10 yards I would say 7 to 10 yards every damn time. Evan, you want to know who my 5 all-time favorite Utes are? Honestly, I think that'd take a little while to talk about. a topic for another day. Maybe I'll make a video just on that. But let's see how Tavion Thomas ends his career before we, and same with Cam Rising before we make that video. If you want to type watch their game film, type player's name, and type huddle after the film. Yeah, absolutely. That's usually what I do when we get a recruit. I just type in like Mack Howard huddle, pull up his huddle, check out his film. Clayton Isbell did not have film on his huddle that was from college. So you guys want film on Clayton Isbell. You saw it earlier in the video, but just go to his Twitter profile. It's on there. All right, CA. All right, I'm going to call you CA then. Caden Nielsen. I thought he was a receiver. Okay, yes. Oh, yeah, I completely agree. Bernard is a running back too. Okay, cool, Evan. Yeah, he's a beast, dude. All right. Jeff Walsh, tight ends, 2 proven are most experienced. Running back room is loaded. Linebackers, though low on actual game time, is the deepest linebacker group in the Pac-12, maybe in the nation. Oh yeah, it's the XU Jeff. I always get your comments, man. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, absolutely. I agree a lot with that sentiment, Jeff. I think high end, like immediate impact type of talent, like proven talent, it's kind of low at linebacker. But you're absolutely right. Like kind of like depth and quality at the position. That's a really good position group that could surprise a lot of people. I talked about it the other day that I could see us running a lot of like heavy linebacker sets, right? There's a lot of talent there. All right. Caden Nielsen, thoughts on Van Fillinger development? Oh, yeah. Van Fillinger's a beast. I think he's another guy that really flashed at times last year. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him take, like that next step, which would be awesome. Edge rusher, a lot of it. Obviously, at Utah, we love to stop the run, right? Everyone wants to stop the run. But personally, what really impressed me with the edge rusher, trust me, stopping the run's important. It really is. It's extremely important. And sometimes we get spoiled as Utes fans because we can be so good at stopping the run. Like last year when we weren't good at stopping the run for a while, it really was eyesore. You were like, what the hell? How are these teams running all over us? But I think what I'd like to see, if you want to see an edge rusher become elite at being an edge rusher, there's 2 things, guys. It's getting off blocks to make plays in the backfield, whether that's stopping the run, but more importantly, rushing the passer, getting back there and causing havoc, making it so quarterbacks do not have time to throw. That's how you change the game. And then the other thing is holding the edge. So if you guys remember early in the season, Mika Tafua had real problems holding the edge. And what that means for a defensive end or edge rusher is as a running back tries to book it to the edge, right? You don't let him get outside of you. You hold your tackle inside so that they have to cut inside, and then they're met with the linebackers. And Van Fillinger, I think he did a solid job at that sometimes, but Mika Tafua, when he took the next step to really start to look like an elite, edge guy that could really, yeah, I'd say he was in the elite conversation. I mean, there's a reason he's going pro, right? It was because he really started to lock down that edge. He was a solid pass rusher, but just locked down the edge. Boom. So much talent. Because we have so much talent at the QB position, do you think Jackson or Nate Johnson will switch positions? I don't think Nate Johnson will switch positions. And realistically, you got to remember, Evan, as much as we look at things that way, in the modern day transfer portal, we do have a lot of talent at quarterback, but these guys were all 4-star quarterbacks out of high school. Like Jaquindon Jackson, just to talk about him for a second, I know a lot of people have been kind of impressed with him at training camp, and they've been talking about him. So I could see him, making some sort of move to a different school more than I think if he didn't have any sort of starting position available at a different school, then maybe he'd stay at Utah and switch positions. But I really think that's what you would see happen before you'd see him switch positions, right? Guys that were 4-star quarterbacks out of high school, usually they want to stay quarterback. My favorite Utah football uniforms of all time. I really like the ones. I don't know if they were last year or like a year before or two. It was like the red ones, the red jerseys with the white trim. And then this, I think this is 2019. These are probably some of my favorites. It was like the red jerseys, white trim, and then the silver helmets with like a red or white trim. I'm sure you guys know the ones I'm talking about. Pretty sure that was when Tyler Huntley was here. All right, Dark Soldier, sup, Crow? What's up, man? Good to have you here. Make sure you guys, say what's up. Good to have you, Dark Soldier. You know, it's funny. If you guys don't know, I'm actually a Jets fan as well for the pro. And Dark Soldier, I actually met him chatting on one of the Jets guys' videos. So that was fun. All right, Coach Anderson, contain. Yeah, contain the edge, hold the edge, whatever you want to call it. Larry, go Utes. Yep. Where do I think Tafua will get drafted? You know what? Speaking of that, that's a good question, man. I think some of the pro day results got released today. I am not sure if it was all of them. Let's take a look. Okay, boom, boom. All right, let's see. Hopefully, we could get some of these. I know I saw Covey's full results get released. I don't know if that's everybody or if that was just Covey. While I'm pulling that up, I'll answer some other questions, but we're going to take a look. Well, I am so excited for this season, says CA. The fact that Coach Witt is letting loose and growing his hair out like Cam. So cool. Utes are going to play so good this season. I will love watching them play. Same, man. Love watching them play. The Utes are always looking fresh. You know, I think this is probably the biggest year where you have like legitimate, understandable excitement heading into the draft. All right, so I don't have any more pro day numbers from the Utes. Supposedly, Britton Covey's unofficial numbers, the rest of them came out, and they look pretty damn good. So hopefully that is the case for Covey. Boom. Cam Rising for Heisman. I'm not going to doubt it. Cam Heising. All right, but yeah, he could be, Cam is definitely a guy that could be elite and establish himself this year as one of the best players Utah's had, at least in a long time. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Tyler Huntley's looking pretty good in the NFL, but I was never a big fan of Tyler Huntley. I thought he was okay, but he had real problems throwing the ball at times. Like it felt like it was there sometimes. Then when you needed it was just never there. I think Cam Rising could be great, guys. I'm telling you guys, a top 10 QB season from Rising this year, I would not be shocked to see him go in the NFL. All right, 22 forever. Who do you think will win, Florida or Utah? Honestly, I'm biased. I think it's Utah. I really do. Florida's in a weird spot as a team, a lot of talent, but they also, they lost their head coach. They had a lot of people transfer out. I think we win that game. I think literally the only way we don't win that game is just kind of like last year where we started off the season really slow. I think that's the only thing that could hurt us. So hopefully we go out there with some passion and, try to make it happen. Become 2 years starting QB program. Keep rotating. Okay, Larry Pilgrim. Larry, thanks for chiming in here. It'd be nice to see Utah become a 2-year starting QB program and keep rotating. Tuttle, Costelli. We will lose a QB every other year or so, but love having so much talent at the position. Yeah, so Larry, I kind of feel a little more about the second half of your statement than I do the first. I agree. You don't want to be losing tons of talent. But the truth is, if you're losing talent because other talent is stepping up to the plate and looking really, really good, like NFL level really good, it's a good reason to lose talent. And I think with Costelli, he looked at the situation, and we weren't there at practice, right? We don't know what he actually looked like, how he was developing, how the coaching staff saw him. A lot of times a guy can look really promising and then nothing comes of it. Think about the NFL, right? All the top 10 picks that just, flame out after like a year or two. How much work was he putting in? Did he really make it look good? And then I think Cam Rising really looked good last year. Costelli saw the situation, saw Nate Johnson coming in behind him, and just said, you know what, it's too much. I think I'm better off transferring now. I don't think Costelli was necessarily a bad thing. Tuttle was a different situation, but still, I don't think Costelli was a bad thing. Evan, what was Covey's 40-yard time? So Covey's 40-yard time was a 4.45 unofficially. But guys, sad to see go. Boom. Jerseys, white pants. Red jerseys, white pants. Yeah, absolutely. I like the honestly, I really like the red the Utah helmets. Did you guys see those new Axiom helmets they were wearing in some of the Twitter pictures I saw? Utah Utes Axiom helmets. Let me see if I can get a picture of these for you guys. Bam. Yeah, check them out, guys. So these are the Axiom helmets. They're pretty fresh. So these ones. I'm pretty sure this is them. Yeah, but that's the Axiom helmets right there. That looks pretty fresh. All right. Will Rising reminds me a little of Josh Allen, maybe a little slower. I'm actually, guys, Cam Rising's pretty damn fast. If you guys remember in the Oregon game when Kayvon Thibodeau had to beat him to the edge and he just torched Kayvon Thibodeau to the edge and then booked it. Don't forget, guys, Kayvon Thibodeau is pretty damn fast. He ran like 4.58 or something in the NFL Combine. So I definitely, I don't think Cam Rising is. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Cam Rising was equal speed, if not a little faster than Josh Allen, right? He's a pretty fast guy. Boom, Evan. All right. I hope that they will use their spring day helmets in actual games. They are cool. Yeah, I really like those helmets too. I'm with you. All right. Let me pull up another article. All right. Where are we at here? Okay. Oh, this is cool. Did you guys hear about the new stadium? I think that's pretty cool. It's not a new stadium for the games. It's the practice facility. That's what I meant. The indoor practice facility. If you guys haven't heard about that, that's pretty damn cool. So let's pull that up here. The indoor. And while I'm pulling that up, guys, if you haven't yet, like the video. It gets it out to more Utes fans. I really love having you guys all here. Make sure you join the chat. Get involved. I love answering the questions. And more than anything, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We keep the content coming all year. All right, so check it out, guys. It's time to upgrade. Utah's Kyle Whittingham excited about approval of a new indoor facility. A new $61.8 million indoor football facility or practice facility at the University of Utah has been approved, and Kyle Whittingham is thrilled. All right, let me put a question on the field here. Biggest impact next year. All right, guys, I'm posting it up here, the new question. So, which freshman makes the biggest impact next year? That's immediate impact. We got a lot of guys that definitely could. While you guys comment that, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this practice facility. Kyle Whittingham says it will be huge. It's still a couple of years away. We're going to have a facility eventually that we can kick in and practice the entire football team in. Guys, this is awesome. Like, imagine when they bring in these 5-star recruits, or the high-end 4-stars. You got a place you could take these guys, just walk them around, be like, yep, this is where we practice all the time. This is where we, get stuff done. I think a lot of that is really important when you're recruiting top tier guys. So the new facility will be climate controlled and expected to be 101,000 square feet. That's gigantic, guys. The biggest houses I've ever been in are probably like 5,000 to 6,000 square feet, right? And that's gigantic. And it's going to feature a 120-yard football field with end zones, a 90-foot ceiling high enough to allow for punting, and video boards. Sounds like a place we're really going to be able to emulate the game atmosphere, right? really make it feel like they're, on the field, making it happen. Super cool there. Now let's take a look at some of your guys' comments about the freshmen. Tavion could have a Heisman season too, Evan. He's definitely one of my favorite players as well. He's a really good player and, big time pickup for us. I can't believe he was a transfer out of a JUCO. That's nuts. So, all right, Evan, you say Lander Barton. Absolutely. That linebacker position is wide open. He could definitely win one of those spots. Definitely a guy that could be looking really good next year and, could really make an impact. Will agrees with you as well. Lander Barton is going to be good. Larry, Jalen Glover. Larry, you're up to date on everything. I can tell you follow the same stuff I follow. If you guys are not aware yet, Jalen Glover has been making an impact. Why don't we get that pulled up? We're probably going to be calling it a night here in a little while, but I want to get through everything that I really wanted to hit before we finally end it. Let me pull up this Jalen Glover stuff for you. Okay, so first off, at practice the other day, there was a lot going around about how Jalen Glover broke off a 50-yard touchdown run. So really big deal considering he's a freshman, right? And if you guys don't know who Jalen Glover is, he's a freaking stud, dude. He plays like Maurice Jones-Drew. He's got the right attitude, and he's got all the makings of the next Utah big-time running back star. Boom, damage you. I wish facilities worked for hoops. I'm not really a big basketball guy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's why I called this the Utah Utes Football Digest. Nothing against basketball. It's not my thing. I'm fully football. Football is my passion, and it's kind of what I focus on. So I wish I liked basketball more. It's just not my thing. All right, CA. I watched a lot of Cam Rising playing, and then I watched NFL elite quarterbacks like Joe Montana. Cam gets the ball out fast. He's always looking off the defense, then completes the pass. I think as much as CA, I think that's a good point about Cam Rising. I think the thing that really impresses me about Cam Rising is there's a lot of good, a lot of talent, but the number one thing is something that's really hard to coach, and it is how impressive he is in the clutch. It is like 3rd and 15. There is absolutely nobody else I want the ball in their hands. He's a big-time playmaker. He just figures it out. The pass rush comes flying in at him. He breaks one, rolls out, runs it for a first down, or just bombs it down the sideline for a first down. Yeah, absolutely. Evan, Glover should have been a 5-star. I agree. If Glover's not what you're looking for in a 5-star, I'm not sure what is. That's how I look at that. All right, Sylvester raved about Bam at 6'8", 340, running a 5.32. Could be higher on someone's draft board and could compete for a 2nd or 3rd Ute off the board or possibly Pledger, ex-Ute Jeff. Yeah, so 2nd or 3rd Ute off the board. Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely agree with that, Jeff. Bam is he's a guy that has a lot of upside, and he's a project, but he's not like rah. He's not like completely undeveloped. He's a guy that, needs work, but he's really big and he's already got some solid run blocking he can bring to a team. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go probably as early as like the 4th. 3rd round seems like a stretch, but 4th, yeah. Cam Rising also has very few turnovers. Yeah, absolutely. He's great ball control. CA, you got it. Yep, Cam Rising's sick. It's great to have so many new players with a legitimate chance to make a splash. Oh, yeah, Robert. We got a stack of transfers. We got a stack of honestly, there's like Logan Kendall. When was the last time we talked about freaking Logan Kendall? You know how hyped I was when I saw his video? And he's been kind of an afterthought recently. That guy's going to be an immediate impact player. Trust me, Logan Kendall's legit. Changing their numbers. I think I did hear something about Clark Phillips and Cole Bishop changing their numbers. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I think I noticed that Clark Phillips had changed his number. All right, guys. Well, on that, make sure you guys like the video, get it out to more Utes fans. Jalen Glover looks great at spring practice. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I hear, guys. A bunch of freshmen really showing up. Love to see these guys at spring ball. Yeah, and Bam did amazing against Thibodeau. Could up the draft stock. Yeah, exactly. That's what I saw. Yep. All right, but that's it for me, guys. I'm out of here. But this was such a fun live stream. Make sure all you guys that are here subscribe to the channel. Tune in next week. Yep, CA. Logan Kendall reminds me of a human bulldozer. Awesome, guys. Hey, it's been so fun chatting with you guys. I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you again next Friday. Go Utes.